Merry Christmas. So it is an old Victorian tradition to tell ghost stories around the fireplace during Christmas. So this Advent, I'm going to take real Catholic lore that also could be classified as a horror story. Today, we're going to talk about how St. Nicholas raised up 3 children who were filleted and dead for a long time. So here's the story. Long ago, in a land not too far from us, there were 3 children working in the field. It was about midday, and they were getting bored, and they started playing and wandered off into town, which is about an hour's walk. And when they got to town, they lost track of time, and they actually got lost, and they were tired from walking around, and they were hungry. So they continued walking, hoping to find a place open to ask for shelter, and they found a place. It was a butchery. It was a butchery hooked up to a hotel, like a little inn. So they knock on the door and they explain their situation. Hey, we're cold, we're hungry, we're tired, we're lost. Can we have some food and sleep here tonight? And the hosts are like, absolutely, we would love so much to host you all. Please come in and eat some food. So they cooked them some ham and some grits, and they drugged the grits, and it knocked the kids out. So they got their food, they got their sleep, but not how they wanted. And the 2 hosts then filleted and dissembled their bodies and stuffed them into a pickling jar. Now, that all happened one night, and then 7 years passed, and St. Nicholas, the bishop of the time, comes to that village, and he passes through, like crosses the path of that inn, that butcher, and he gets this horrible feeling and dread coming from that butcher, and he has a vision of 3 school kids asking for help. So St. Nicholas, being the intuitive saint that he is, he decided to stay in that inn. And when he was in the inn, he had horrible nightmares. And he saw everything that happened in great detail in a vivid nightmare that night. And he woke up the next day with courage and power of God and confronted the butchers and hosts of that inn and said, bring me the 3 vats of pickling. And they did. And he laid his hands on the 3 vats, and he petitioned God and said, Lord God, I call upon you. And he said to the children, rise up, children. And they immediately, even though it's been 7 years since they passed away, they immediately grew skin, stood up, and said, thanks be to God. And they were returned home to their family who thought they were lost and gone forever. But with the intercession of St. Nicholas and God's mighty power, they were returned and welcomed back into the family with joy. Now, the butchers, the innkeepers, were arrested, but they converted to Christianity and asked for forgiveness. Not much is known about their fates besides their conversion. But the 3 children to this day are said to visit the dreams of those who can help them, and Saint Nicholas will be their guide.